Welcome to Legacy Boxing Showcase, sponsored by Legacy Boxing Promotions, Perez Collision. Ed Nunez, along with Austin Colleen, and the recently crowned Golden Glove champion, Abraham Perez, won the Golden Glove championship in Tennessee about a month ago. And we wanted to mention some Golden Glove champions of the past that fought here out of Albuquerque. Of course, the great Johnny Tapia, Danny Romero, Ronnie Rentz. So we wanted to mention some of those champions as well. Abraham, congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you back on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
I think, like as I mentioned, Albuquerque thrilled with your victory. Albuquerque loves their boxing here. You know that.
Yes, sir.
And it's not a big fight town like Las Vegas as far as the fights that are here, but we mentioned Tapia, Romero, Ronnie Rentz, Holly Holm, McLean. I just watched Bob Foster the other day on an old tape that he was fighting Muhammad Ali. And so Albuquerque loves their fighters, and your brother, Aaron, Angel Baby, Perez, and you are climbing that ladder. And, you know, again, it's an exciting time, I think, to be an Albuquerque boxer. There's a lot of young stars coming up.
Yes,
Austin, we've got some, we've got some pictures of Chris Ochoa, Yvonne Gonzales, and Jorge Madrid that you sent producer Josh Brown. Let's take a look at those, and you go through those, Austin.
Okay, this is
Chris Ochoa.
Chris Ochoa, and it's he got all the way to the Nationals without having a fight. So this was his very first fight, and that's Joe Louis Murphy, his trainer.
Longtime trainer.
And he's 83. He's older than me, but he's got about 5 fighters now, 1 pro and 4 amateurs. And I got a feeling over the next year you might start hearing from his stable of fighters. They got the right attitude. They show up. They work hard. We lost Chris. I don't know what happened to him. But so Chris, in his first fight, he fought a guy probably close to 100 fights. And he's a southpaw. And he had a lot of composure. He didn't panic. He didn't fight like a windmill. He just stuck to his guns. I thought the fight should have gone the distance. They stopped it in the 3rd round.
Yeah. And this is Golden Gloves, right? Chris,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he wasn't discouraged at all. I've talked to him since then, and he's pretty optimistic. And Joe Louis Murphy, he's always been with a cane. All of a sudden, he's not. So his health is improving, and he's enthusiastic. He likes the attitude of the all 5 fighters. He has 1 pro. And,
Long-time trainer, Joe Louis Murphy. Long-time trainer.
plus, he was a good fighter himself.
Mm-hmm.
He had, probably 60 fights around the country. So Chris, the last name, Chris's parents are both from Nigeria. So that's a Nigerian surname.
Ochoa.
Ochoa.
And he's got his associate's degree in counseling psychology. And he'd like to ultimately have his master's in it.
Nice.
So, so he's got some ambition. He's a southpaw, which made it even more difficult because it was his first fight, and he's trying to make all these adjustments.
Yeah.
So,
But the fighters had to adjust to him as well.
right, but they, if you're fighting somebody who's had 50 fights, they can make that adjustment.
Then there was Yvonne Gonzales, I believe, was the next fighter you wanted to talk about. There's Yvonne.
Yvonne works for Mark Pardue salon over in Albuquerque, and this was only her 6th fight. And Abraham's dad worked the corners of all the fighters.
Yep.
And she's a sharp girl. She's a graduate of the University of New Mexico in business administration. And I had a friend, she was Miss New Hampshire when I lived up there, who had 10 supercut stores. And so
That's a lot.
looking down the road, this girl is really sharp.
Yeah.
And so she's got a bright future, both in and out of the ring. So be interesting. Unfortunately, she sent me film of her fight, but I couldn't get it to run, so she's going to try to send it to me again this
Maybe we can have her on for a future show. Keep going, Austin. And
Okay.
the third one, I think, was Jorge Madrid.
Now, Jorge is from Columbus, New Mexico. It's on the border. And he's an interesting individual. He's only 18, and he's green. He's had about 12 fights. But some of the things I look at with a green fighter is their a sense of knowing when to make adjustments, even if it doesn't work. And when they're making adjustments, they don't have the experience that a fighter with 100 fights can do.
Of course.
But the point that they have enough sense to try something different. And he volunteers his own time helping young fighters, as you can see here in this picture. So he's very generous with his time. He appreciates the attention that he's received, and now he tries to help out others. He has a dual citizenship, both in Mexico and the United States. So he's an interesting character. He's a very good infighter. So when they make the mistake of fighting him on the inside, you know, his lack of experience, they just walk right into him.
Yeah.
And that's a mistake.
Abraham, do you know anything about those three fighters, Chris Acola, Yvonne Gonzales, or
yeah.
Jorge Madrid? Comment on that.
Chris was actually he was my roommate over there in Tennessee, and he was always, you know, he brought us food and all that. He's a good person. He's got a good sense of humor. He's a fun guy to talk to. During his fight, he was real confident. You know, he wasn't broken down after he lost. He was actually more, what's the word? He was more encouraged to
Be positive.
keep going. Yeah, he dealt with it in a positive manner, which is good. You know, it didn't beat him. You know, so that was good for him. Like I kind of admired that. You know, first thing he did as soon as he fought was he went ahead and took a run. You know,
After he fought?
yeah.
Oh,
After he
man.
fought, he went ahead and ran, and yeah, he's pretty cool. It's good though. It's good that he stays determined like that. He didn't let the fight destroy him. You know,
There'll be plenty more.
for his first fight,
There'll
and he
be
didn't
plenty.
do bad for his first fight. He was actually making the other guy look like if it was his first fight too. You know, and I saw Yvonne fight. She did good. She did real good. She hung in there all three. For six fights, she didn't do bad. She did real good.
And she's just starting out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So she's doing good. And Jorge, he's like Austin said, he's a real pressured inside fighter. You know, as soon as you make one wrong move, Jorge would, you know,
Be on you.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't let you leave anywhere. Yeah, but out of the three, I got to know Chris a lot more. He's a real good guy.
You and Chris are similar in size. I think there's only a foot between you. He's,
So Chris is about the same size.
Yeah.
We'll take a break and be back to Legacy Boxing Showcase after these messages.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
High school sports are back. The 2018-19 season kicks off, and you could watch every Proview Network broadcast live on the NFHS network. Every moment, from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championships. Get your highly discounted monthly pass now. Go to ProviewNetworks.com and sign up. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
back to Legacy Boxing Showcase, sponsored by Legacy Boxing Promotion, Perez Collision, Ed Nunez, along with Austin Colleen, and Golden Glove champ, Abraham Perez. Abraham, get a plug in for the new Collision Center over there that you guys built. You know, it's beautiful. You know, the other one is, it's seen its better days, but talk about the new Collision Center.
It's a quick, fast paced, you know. We're always getting, we're getting cars in, we're getting cars out, and they're all done perfect. You know, they're all done real good management, you know. Everyone's got their special job to do over there. It's good. You know, if anybody, you know, if you guys know anybody, or you guys, if you guys know anybody that, that has
That's right.
collision
Tell the crowd.
problems,
Yeah.
just come down to
guys
Perez Collision Center,
recently
2nd Street.
just did a bunch of hail damaged cars. I know that last summer there was a bunch of.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys just rolled them out. Austin, I believe, went in there.
3 times they fixed my car.
So just you know, want to put in a plug in for Perez Collision as well. Austin, some more questions about for the champ here.
Well, it was interesting you mentioned everybody has a job.
Yeah.
They couldn't even find you today. So
Oh,
what is your
I'm here.
job? Are you out
I'm
there?
here now.
No, he's under a car. He's busy. He's a busy
Oh,
guy.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
he is
And like
busy.
you said, anytime I go over there, it's your uncle, your father,
Yeah.
Aaron, you know, the rest of the management team, because there's more.
Yeah.
Everybody is busy. You know, if I'm lucky, I get to say hi to your uncle and your dad. If I'm
Yeah.
lucky, 'cause I
Even
know they're
me.
busy. Yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
it. So great job over there, Austin. Go ahead.
Sir.
All right. So what was the feeling like when they announced you as the winner?
It was awesome, man. I you know, it's like how can I say it? It's like, you know, it's like getting your first strike on bowling, you know? It's like you're full of excitement, you know, it's your first accomplishment, you know? Like winning a big tournament like that, it's a big deal for me, you know?
He looked shocked. I don't know why he thought he won. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I thought you just dominated him.
Yeah, nah, I think his coach overexcited him.
He, Emil, because I mentioned names of fighters from 50 years ago. But
Yeah.
Emil Griffith had a beautiful right hand. He'd back away like he was running from you, but he was really setting you. And then when the guy would come in, he'd hit him with this right hand. Well, you were doing that all night against this kid.
Oh yeah, and he was hitting it almost every single
Oh.
time.
You couldn't miss.
Yeah.
And that's why I was shocked when at the end of the fight he's walking on top of the ropes and everything, waving to anybody who would look
Was that
at him.
a unanimous decision?
It was split.
Split?
Yeah, it was split decision.
That's what amazed me. 3-2 decision. I don't know what these guys are watching.
Talk about that fight, the championship bout, and you mentioned 3-2 split decision. What was your feeling after the fight? I mean, what challenges did your opponent present? And there'll be more. You're just
Yeah.
climbing that ladder.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is climbing up in competition at Tennessee. What challenges did he present for you?
He showed a lot more heart, you know. As far as like his conditioning and all that, everything was there. But the fact that he didn't stop and he kept going, he kept pressing forward. That was pretty much the most challenging part of it. And he was strong too. I felt he was actually one of the strongest people that I felt in that tournament. And my brother kind of prepared me for that, you know,
Aaron?
just how to take hits. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you know how to block the hits and all that.
Roll with them?
Yep, exactly. But yeah, no. First 2 rounds were good. I can say the second round was pretty good. You know, the third round is whenever I had to start figuring out what to do. You know, I had to make a quick adjustment after that, which was like Austin said. I was like, you know, backing up, but literally I was setting him up for a counter. You know, making him miss, even though he was longer than me. I was outboxing him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as the height advantage, sometimes
Yeah.
in Austin, it'll drive Austin crazy if taller boxers don't use that to their advantage.
No,
so
yeah.
it sounded like you kind of figured that out.
Yeah, it
in
was
the
because I
second,
got
third
to his
round.
head. Yeah,
Right.
and, like getting to the head, they can lose.
Focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's got to be a laser focus when you're in there. I always said
Yeah.
that when I was a basketball official for 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was focused no matter who's yelling at me, and, you know, you suck or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to focus
You
in on that
suck.
play.
Yeah,
So I'm sure
exactly.
that focus in the ring, holy cow.
Oh yeah.
Got to be magnified to the 10th million times with that. Because if you make a mistake,
Oh yeah.
Sal
it's-
Marciano used to say, "Good night, sweet prince." So you have to really concentrate, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I could say if anything happened any different during that fight, I probably wouldn't have took it, you know? But I'm glad everything happened the way it did.
Again, some great trainers, your brother.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
much
yeah.
does that help? You know, the training team that you have and your brother climbing the same, you know, you guys love each other very much. And there's
Yeah.
a little sibling rivalry once in a while, right? I'm sure. You know, not too bad though. But
Yeah.
but you love each other very much. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
has to help. Has
Yeah.
to help in
Oh,
what
yeah,
you guys
for
are
sure.
trying to achieve. That has to help.
Yeah, they help me out a lot, you know, especially like because we have a lot of other trainers in our gym, you know. So for me, working with my brother and with the other trainers, it helps me a lot. I'm very grateful.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then the fact that I can learn from what I'm picking up from my brother or the other fighters to getting to spar the littler guys and showing them, you know, exactly how to do, like teaching them too, you know.
Pay it back.
Oh, yeah,
Pay it
exactly.
forward. Austin.
I've heard that the belt you won, you have it on the ceiling over his bed. What does he think about that?
No,
arrangement?
no, I don't.
That's
No.
funny. your brother's gonna get his own anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we know that. That's
yeah.
a killer too, man. But there's a quiet humility about both of you. I said that to your mom, and
Yeah.
there's definitely some humble humility. But when it's ball time, baby, let's get it.
Oh yeah, it's go time, crunch time, man.
And there's a third brother coming up, Andrew.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Didn't know about him. How old is
No,
he?
he's gonna be 13 in October.
So is he already starting?
Yeah, he started. Geez, I think since he was like 8 years old.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Wow.
I've
Yeah.
seen him fight 3 times, won all 3 fights, but the decision went to his opponents. I don't know. He's a counter puncher.
Yeah.
And counter punchers, judges don't like. So he's really good.
Oh yeah, he's good. We'll get him there eventually. You know, I mean, that's exactly the way me and my brother started. You know.
Just think about the
Yeah.
experience you had in Tennessee, and you mentioned rooming with Chris Okoa.
Yeah.
Okoa. And those are experiences you'll never forget ever. You and
No.
Chris will have a bond about that, rooming together, and gosh, just having that bond
Yeah.
that you had as roommates. Austin, we got about 30 seconds left of this segment. If you have another question for the champ.
Well, what did you and Chris do in your off time?
Doing that. Sleep.
Sleep.
Sleep. Yeah. A lot of the times when I was sleeping, because I was still cutting weight, Chris would go out with a couple other people from the Colorado, New Mexico franchise.
You mentioned when I interviewed you, surprisingly, in your first fight, you had a hard time making weight. What was that all about?
It's just a diet thing, you know. I mean, I don't think you're always supposed to eat until you're full, you know. That's what I've been doing pretty much. So I just gotta, show more discipline.
So you have to make 114.
Yes, sir.
And what did you weigh? You lose 4 or 5 pounds.
I was 120, reaching 121. Yeah.
And how close to the fight?
Pretty close. And even after the fight, I'd be weighing 118, 120.
And you had to weigh in each fight?
Yep, if I advanced, which I did, And so I had to, after the fight, I had to go jump rope, shadow box, and then run like 4 miles. And then shadow box again, just to shed some off.
Oh,
Doing all that, I
man.
only lost like 3 pounds. And I lost like 2 ounces, which kind of sucked because I used to lose a lot more. Wake up in the morning, another 3 miles, and probably like 10 rounds of jump roping. And
Well, that's a lot of work, man. That's a
Yeah.
lot of work. We'll take a short break and be back for one last segment on Legacy Boxing Showcase.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales. The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach. coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Welcome back to Legacy Boxing Showcase, sponsored by Legacy Boxing Promotion, Perez Collision. Ed Nunez, along with Austin Colleen, Golden Glove champ, 114-pound champ, Abraham Perez, producer Josh Brown, who, believe me, always does an awesome job, is an awesome person as well. We're going to talk a little bit about Sharia Maru. Sharia Maru, also you guys are going to be there. Sharia, good pictures. Trained by her father, Yoruba, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and we need to get Sharia in here, Austin. But go ahead, Austin, take it away.
Well, you and Sharia have something in common. You both are on the Olympic training team.
Yes, sir.
So, and she mentioned when I was talking with her that you guys are going to a camp in June.
I guess so. What are we in? Oh, we're already almost in June. Yeah, I guess so.
You better call her up because you don't seem to be sure.
I know. Yeah, no,
But,
I wasn't too sure about it, but I
think
guess
she
we're
said
going
it
to a
was for
camp.
like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And,
wow.
There's which one is Sharia, Austin?
red.
For the Sharia Maru in red there, and she's had several bouts, and you guys went to Europe together. Didn't you travel to Europe
Yeah,
together?
yeah,
Okay.
we went to Europe
Talk
together.
a little bit about Sharia.
She's good, man. She's real good. She's always determined. She's always focused, you know? She's a really good athlete. She's always putting her 100% to everything that she does.
Trained by her father.
Oh, yeah.
like
Trained
you're
by her
trained by
father.
your father.
Exactly. And I can relate to her when it comes to being trained by your father,
course.
you know? I mean,
It's a little different, isn't
can't
it?
get enough of them, I guess.
And you know, I guess it's kind of hard too because I know, I coached my son in basketball, and him and I butted some heads. I ain't gonna lie, we did.
Yeah.
Because I was harder on him than I was on anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure your father, and Sharia's father too. Sometimes, they want the best for you, and sometimes it's to dial back to dad and that role there. It's got to be tough. Austin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting you mentioned that. You have 2 types of fathers, the ones that are harder on the kids and the other ones who never take the kid off the floor. They play, whatever the contest, they just, because they know they're all Americans. So you got, I don't know what they're thinking.
Oh yeah, well,
So
because they're
that's
thinking as a dad, not as a coach. That's the
Right,
problem. And
yeah.
we have all done that, but I try
Yeah.
to be as fair as I could. I made mistakes, I did. But talking about where you're going next, as far as you're the Golden Glove, 114-pound champ, and you know what? Think about this, Abraham, and your uncles and father would know. Austin knows. You think about the company. You're Danny Romero, Johnny
Yeah.
Tapia, Ronnie Rentz back in the day was man. Ronnie Rentz was a heck of a champion. He really
Yeah.
was. So you joined. What does that mean to you to join that kind of Golden Glove champion company there? What does that mean to you?
It feels good to be in the history books, you know? It's a big thing for the state, for me, for my family.
That is so big.
know?
And right
Yeah.
now, what are you, 20?
20.
You're in the moment, when you turn 40, 50, you're going to be telling me, hey, man, I was a Golden Glove.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You'll be reminding people, Austin, go ahead.
Well, talking to your dad, he's excited about your girlfriend.
What girlfriend?
That's what he's excited about. You don't have one.
Ba-boom, ba-bing.
Ow.
All we need to do is have Josh play a little cymbals, there's a punchline. Keep going, Austin.
So, I guess it's bad for the legs or something. I don't know.
Bad for the legs.
But, obviously he's pretty excited about what's going to happen next. But both you and Sharia are going to get a good hard look when it comes to the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So the other fighter that would have a long shot chance would be Madrid, but it'll be a real long shot. So,
Yeah.
So you're going to get a hard look. So will Sharia.
Mm-hmm.
So how's it feel? In a way, it's in your own hands.
Yeah,
Ooh.
well, it feels good because the only person that could stop you really is you, you know? Not you, but, me. Yeah.
I love it, kid. We get it.
Yeah, there you go. But, yeah, and then, the fact that we're going to be having another camp sometime in June, it's just more time to perfect yourself.
She
for the
told
next
me that
tournament.
there's the possibility you guys could wind up going back to Europe or someplace for another tournament.
That would be good. I think it was the Pan American tournament. That'd be awesome if I can do it, you know? I mean, like I said, the only person that could really stop us is, you know, ourselves.
I'm assuming they probably in each weight division, they have about 8 fighters that they're looking at.
Okay.
And
Nice.
so
Good.
you'd be one of them.
So you're gonna get a look for the Olympics.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know that you know, Albuquerque's ever had an Olympian. I don't know. You know how what that would need? Again, there's no pressure. You know, for us, right? Now for you,
Oh, yeah.
I don't see that though with you because there's a calmness about you. I told your mother.
Yeah.
You know, just a calmness. You want to win, of course.
Yeah.
But wow, you know, just awesome that you're getting a chance to maybe be an Olympian. And
Yeah.
again, there's great
Oh, man,
competition
that'd
out
be
there, right?
awesome. Yeah.
It would be awesome for Albuquerque for your career. You know, if you don't, that's fine too. You're still climbing the ladder.
Yes,
That's
sir.
not going to be the last step.
Oh,
But
no.
you know, Jason Sanchez, El Caloncito, getting
Yeah.
a championship shot here.
That's
June
amazing.
8th.
Yeah, that's real amazing.
And that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
He's going. What are your thoughts about El Caloncito?
I like
Little
Juancito,
Scorpion?
he's got a lot of heart. He can do it, you know?
That's gonna be exciting.
Oh,
I'm so
yeah.
excited. I got to be there, ESPN, watching that. I have to watch that.
Oh, yeah, that'll be
What are your
amazing.
thoughts? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's cool. He's got this, man. I know he's got it, you know? If I had money to put bets, I'd do it, but I can't.
Oh, you back your
Oh,
Albuquerque
yeah.
stable here.
Oh, yeah, that's, you always got to represent, you know? Always
505,
gotta
baby, right?
represent. Yes, sir. So, yeah, he'll get it, man. He's gonna take that,
Ooh, I'm
that
excited.
fight.
I'm excited for that. I've got goosebumps.
Yeah.
He's an Albuquerque guy. Of course,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna root for Albuquerque.
Exactly.
Man.
I can't wait
Austin.
to see
Well,
him.
if you looked at his opponent's record, it's a
That guy's
big-
tough. Yeah,
I'd
that guy's
say
tough.
he's a real long shot. He's a big
Who, Jason? And of course he's an underdog, right? We know that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited to see the kid get a shot. I know you are too.
Exactly.
But I don't know why they didn't just wait, take 4 or 5 more fights, build up more experience. In reality, he's got one big name on his career, the fighter he beat in Panama. And this other guy has a ton of opponents with incredible win-loss records that he's beaten.
To your point, and I want to ask you this: sometimes you can throw a fighter in there too soon, and it's a detriment to their career.
Destroys
That's your
them.
thought.
That's what I'm afraid of. It
Uh,
destroys them.
Got about a minute left for the champ. Go ahead, Austin.
So, for you and Sharia, because I assume you're both going to be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What's up now?
I guess prepare for the next camp, you know?
But I mean, you don't want to go up there fat and overweight.
No. I can't do that.
So
I can't
you're-
see that kid ever being like that. Yeah, I can't see that. Anyway, go ahead.
So you're in the gym sparring even now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still in the gym sparring and
I
doing
don't
all
think.
of
Oh,
that.
do we have the picture? We have a picture of him with his belt.
We have a picture with Josh of. There we go.
Oh, I mean, let's give this kid credit. Mora's name. What's his first name?
Maximus.
Maximus.
Maximus Moya.
And you've been doing some. He's helped you out sparring.
Yes,
I might as
sir.
well give him a plug.
Yeah. No,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, there it
Good
is.
fighter.
There it is, man.
There
Golden
it is.
Gloves champion,
Yeah.
14 pounds. And Austin, you weren't kidding, that's got to weigh about 10 pounds himself.
I was
Almost
shocked.
bigger than Abraham.
I grabbed
Yeah.
I grabbed one end of it to put it on the table, and my hand didn't move. It's huge.
Yeah, so anyway, that's a good look there. I don't know if we have
Yeah.
any time left. Got about 3 minutes left, so a couple more questions. Go ahead, Austin. We can relax. We
30
still got
30 seconds.
30 seconds. I'm sorry.
So-
30 seconds. So one last parting shot for the champ.
So when it's not on the ceiling, where do you keep the belt? Because I hate to have that fall on your brother.
Oh, man. Nope. That's messed up. No, it's nice with all the other trophies.
And there's plenty of them. And you know what?
Quite a
There'll
bit.
be plenty more.
Yes, sir.
Abraham
Oh,
Perez,
yeah.
Golden Glove champs at 114 pounds. Thanks so much for being our guest as always.
Nice. Thank you for having me,
For
guys.
producer Josh
Appreciate
Brown,
it.
Austin Colleen, I'm Ed Nunez. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another episode of Legacy Boxing Showcase.